And we are back.
Hello.
Right. So in our break period that we took to get food, the guys have basically done their level up because I realised that their exploits in solving the mystery and killing these dudes would tip them over to level 4. So I decided to give them benefit of the doubt and let them level up now, and basically the effects will take place the next time they take a long rest.
Ooh.
So you guys have all chosen some brand spanking new stuff that we'll potentially get to see towards the end of this session, depending on what happens. But yes, as you guys who went off into the other room are investigating and discovering all of the things that have gone on, some important things happen in the main chamber.
Gasp.
Okay.
Grim, you take the lid off a couple of these scroll cases and take a look at the scrolls that are lying in front of you. Roll me an Arcana check. In fact, roll me 4 Arcana checks because there are 4 scrolls.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh man. Oh, man.
no.
Oh!
Oh,
Two natural 20s!
In a row.
Fuck!
Okay, okay.
Oh wow.
Bra, 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 bra.
Hello, my scrolls.
MLG Arcana. It's because he's a gnome. Fucking
Well-
gnomes.
These are all spells written in, well, they're written in the standard arcane script that you come to expect from scrolls of the sword. They're all completely useless to you. You have no way of using them yourself.
Yep.
But some very interesting things catch your eye about them. The first 2 scrolls that you uncork, you notice you can pick out a few words of what it says, and the first 2 scrolls you uncork you identify as a scroll of colour spray
Color spray.
and a scroll of hold person. The
Okay.
third scroll you uncork appears to be some sort of poison spell. In fact, yeah, you got a 20, didn't you? So yeah,
Yep.
the third one is it's Ray of Sickness.
Ray of sickness.
The fourth one you unfurl is very old, and the magical writing on it you do not recognize at all.
Hmm.
It looks like magic far beyond any ability that you've ever seen.
Well, I guess I'll just I'll put it like carried on me for now, and then have a look at the quarterstaff.
Yeah, it's a big stick.
Is it as magnificent as V's big stick?
No.
Okay, then I won't bother.
I love that. I'd take a look at the quarterstaff. It's a big stick.
It is a big stick.
Yes, there is
I'll
absolutely
just-
nothing special about the quarterstaff.
Actually, is there anything behind the quarterstaff? Like, is it hiding anything?
Is it hiding?
Look, you never
Um,
know.
It's hiding a large pile of dust under the desk.
This place
Wow.
needs cleaning. Okay, I think I'll join up with the group again,
Okay.
or at least with Svi.
Yeah, you
Excuse
wander over
you.
to
Yeah,
Oh,
God.
yeah,
Your
oh, you're
senpai's
here as
there.
well. Look,
Yeah.
I'm trying to ignore you.
Wow.
Wow.
No, he's trying to seem uninterested, guys. It's a
He's
Yeah.
trying to like hide his face because he knows if he looks at Kelariis, he'll start blushing.
It's the famous "if I ignore you, you'll come to me" tactic.
yeah.
Never works.
It's the classic supposed guy tactic of be mean to them because then they won't suspect anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
You won't
It's a
suspect you have a
dumb
crush on
tactic.
them if you're horrible to them.
Illirin and Simone are currently fulfilling none of these tropes.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a bar.
Elrond seems like very genuinely concerned, and there's like a lot of not quite almost pseudo hand holding
Oh my
No,
god.
I went full frontal hand holding now.
I thought you were gonna.
Not in a PG-13 video.
Wow.
Wow.
Aw.
Who said this is PG-13? We
Nobody.
swear, we've like sworn loads.
No,
This
that's-
is PG fucking PG fucking PG fucking.
Wow.
Anyway,
I said it's PG instead of
There's-
13, so I just started saying it over and over again.
Yes.
pseudo hand holding is happening.
Yeah, there's like sort of Elran is like holding Simone's arm and like sort of like taking a look at her hand, and he's sort of like, "Are you sure you're all right?" And like you get the feeling that because they got told off by Vondal, they're sort of like not.
God damn it, Vondal!
I didn't tell them off. I made a joke.
Yes,
That's what
you
very clearly
embarrassed them in
said.
front of other people.
Good.
Look at-
You're such a dad.
Yep.
God, you
Yeah.
really are the dad of this group.
I'm the dad of the party. I'm happy with this.
Basically, at which point Illiran is like he's drawn to the fact that the rest of you are sort of like almost waiting on him to do something, and he turns around and he says, "Are the rest of you all right? It was I wasn't quite sure what to do for a short time there."
I mean, you did well throwing your bow.
Hey,
Which-
you-
You might want to collect.
Oh yes, that's a good point. He scurries off and sort of like he very reluctantly leaves Simone, picks up the bow, and then comes back.
Didn't mean to make him like leave her.
Oh, we should have got it for him. Oh,
I
well.
know. I thought about that
Um,
after I said that.
But yeah, he's sort of like I don't know why I did that. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, quick thinking was a good move.
Simone sort of like seems to nod and agree, and she says, "Yes, it was quite the thing to do."
I'm just happy you two are okay.
And in love.
Yeah. Simone turns to the rest of you and says, "Well, I owe a debt of gratitude to you and all of your companions. You've done so much for me. I don't expect after everything that's happened that they still believe that I did it, but I have to thank you for defending me, even though you didn't really know who I was."
Yeah, it's all right.
I had almost given up hope myself, personally. She looks
Well-
kind of sad, and Elrond sort of like puts his arm around her and says, "It's okay."
See this as an opportunity for new hope and new dreams.
Yes, you're right.
And
Small noise.
Small
Luka noise dying.
Would you like to come back into the room, Luka?
Sure. I mean, Arya is definitely not going to say anything.
Okay. The rest of you return to the room with the marshal and Lady Yenna in tow. The real one this time.
Hooray!
Good.
And she basically says, she examines the sort of like the room that has sort of been like scattered around a little bit, and she can't quite see the corpse that's behind the
Give
bench,
it to her
but
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Probably a better.
she sort of says, yes, I see. I've been brought up to speed on the events of exactly what's happened. It seems we owe you an apology, Captain. At which point somebody sort of turns and says, "My lady, there is no need for apology. You did what you thought was right. And I am grateful to have had a chance to defend myself." At which point Lady Yenna seems sort of like embarrassed, and she says, "Oh yes, quite. we should do something about this mess. Marshal, we need more guards. How did this even happen? And he's sort of like, I'm not sure, my lady. I'll double the patrols and take a look around and see if there's any evidence of any break-ins. I'm
Well, think about it, Marshall. You mentioned not seeing many drow encampments in a while. They always find a way to set up more. There could be one out there.
yes, that is very true. Which actually brings me back to a very pertinent point. If you'll forgive my asking, but I'm still not entirely sure how all of this happened.
No, Drow are sneaky bastards. And yeah.
Not wrong.
And you might want to. I don't know if that quarterstaff is yours at the. What's it called again?
On the dais.
On the dais. But yeah, there's a quarterstaff.
Okay. He sort of he's like, no, I don't believe so. And the lady says no, and he walks up to the dais and sort of like tentatively picks it up and like runs his fingers along it, and then he sort of very tentatively just sort of like snaps it across his knee and
Very tentatively.
yeah, like he's like almost like he's expecting it to blow up in his face as he does it.
Oh, right.
Oh, fair enough.
And yeah, he snaps it in half and nothing happens. So he's just sort of like, I think it's all right.
I don't
Okay.
think the
I'll,
drow have quite mastered the technique of the exploding quarterstaff just yet, Marshal.
Oh, you
Right.
say that, but I saw that thing, whatever it was that came out of the shadows. I was not expecting that at all.
Look, better to be safe than sorry, right?
I mean, I don't think anyone expects demons, Marshal.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
No,
bit
certainly
of a
not.
surprise.
Certainly not this far into civilized territory. It was quite a shock to the system for all of us.
Perhaps word should be sent to any other nearby settlements.
Yes, I think
Just in case they feel the effects.
I think
of
we shall have
similar
to
situations.
I think we shall have to double the hunt's efforts. I will have word sent back to high command and see if I can get more patrols, more reinforcements, because having drow like attack so brazenly, so close, like we are literally 10 days ride from Argentellorand. This is unheard of.
I sort of turn to Captain Arnold and I'm just like, what are you going to do now? What if they send more people to come after you?
With this thought, she ponders to herself and says, "I'll admit I don't really know what to do. I had always assumed that I had slipped any ties I had with them. They did not know my name. I very often wore masks or a different face when I dealt with them deliberately to conceal my identity, but to be discovered like this it is troubling."
Well, Captain, think about it. You're a member of the Wild Hunt. I'd imagine there's nothing hard. That it's pretty hard to track down a member of the Wild Hunt out in the wild.
True, but I suppose I have spent rather a long time stationed here. I haven't moved around like I used to.
Moving around will certainly make you harder to track down.
Well, perhaps this is a solution or a problem that bureaucracy can solve. If we create a paper trail to another, well, settlement, then perhaps they will never find you.
And then the other settlement will get attacked.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say.
they won't, because if they look, they target very specifically. They didn't even harm the what's her name again?
Oh, Lady,
Yeah, they didn't even harm Liana.
I mean, we technically still don't
they
know what happened.
they
to Pell.
did. I will admit they did
they did kill Pell.
kill Pell, but that was in relation. That was had a direct impact on
But
Simone.
what if they're wrong and they do harm someone?
I mean, think about it. These people are not going to be happy that their agent has failed. They're going to be A, probably sending more agents, and B, they're going to up the scale at which they're going to be trying to get at the captain.
Well, I don't know. See,
Actually,
Things will
perhaps
get-
the
they will-
captain knows
things will get
more
worse.
about how they do the things.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, okay. As you're having this conversation, roll me investigation checks as well as perception checks.
All of us?
Yes.
This is with like our new stats as well, so
Meh.
okay.
Well, either way, I failed both.
oh V.
Oh,
Yeah, I totally forgot it would affect stats, but it doesn't matter.
I am not very smart.
Grim,
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not
Yes.
your theory as to what was happened. The target of the of these incidents has been Simone all along. The drow imposter who pretended to be Lady Yenna mentioned that a House de Lure surface scout first discovered her amongst the wild hunt. Presumably, this was an attempt to ambush Simone and return her. Now, the notching of the numbers makes sense, counting patrols, keeping track of when Simone was by herself.
Yeah.
Setting up an ambush. Presumably, they were not expecting to be surprised by a recruit who deviated from the path for whatever reason.
Yes.
Killed him in self-defense and then fled before more recruits arrived. It seems as if the intention all along was to capture Simone and bring her back alive.
That would make sense. Well, that pretty much matches what I was thinking. So.
Well,
happy.
that clarifies your
Yeah,
thinking.
I'm fairly certain now.
As for you guys with your perception checks, Arya Kelariis. Oh no, that was Kelariis' investigation. Oh, Kelariis, yeah, you come to roughly the same conclusion.
Okay.
So actually, on perception checks, it's literally just Arya.
Hello.
Arya, as they are talking about Simone being attacked again, basically you glance back towards Illyra and Simone, and they're holding hands now.
Yes.
They're like surreptitiously holding hands as like reassuring.
We
Perfect.
almost missed it.
Good. I'm so glad these perception checks just keep getting me these moments.
Guys, are you ready? I'm going to redeem myself for the joke.
Please do.
Right.
If
I'm
you
not
fuck
just-
this up, if you fuck this up, I'll be pissed at you.
You have to bear in mind, Captain Arya, as well. It'd be much harder for them to drag you away with multiple travelers.
Wow. Very subtle.
What are you
Vondal.
what are you suggesting, Marshall?
Well, you find someone who you feel would be an adequate traveling companion. And I was like trying to indicate,
Traveling
nod
companion.
towards Illyran.
So you're suggesting I become a ranger again? I mean, yes, I suppose that could work, but
It's pretty hard to track down a ranger of the wild hunt while they're out in the wild.
While they're out ranging.
And if you have someone with you, it just makes it all that harder.
Somebody to watch your back.
Exactly.
friends.
Friends.
I just look at my companions and I'm just like, look.
Oh,
Strength in
Oh,
numbers
man.
after me, Captain.
they could just come with us, so we could keep shipping them
God
indefinitely. Rob's like, oh, please don't adopt another NPC.
Please
We'll
don't.
adopt
Late.
2 NPCs this
Too
time.
late.
Do I have to keep role playing this romance with myself?
Yes, you do, Ferrous.
Yeah, they like somebody looks to Elrond as if she expects him to sort of say something, but he doesn't really say anything. He just sort of like looks back at her. This continues for an awkward length of time.
Yes,
Um,
awesome.
you just sort of like they're like looking at each other for like a period of time, and you're just sort of like you're beginning to sort of be like, should I say something? Should I interrupt the silence?
Should we leave? Do you guys need a moment?
I think they're going to need more than a moment.
Listen, they might need several moments.
Well,
Um,
that's fine. We can just leave you guys here for a while.
But no, somebody sort of like seems to like begin to agree, and she says, I hate the thought of putting others in danger out there, but I guess the danger out there is far less severe than what we've experienced here.
But
There's
bear in mind as
No
well,
more
the
than a ranger
danger-
would face in their
Well-
day-to-day work, anyway.
so danger out there is
Well-
in hands of more than just the drow.
Yeah, because you have 2 options basically: go out and be a ranger, or stay in a settlement and never go out, because then you'll never be spotted. So it's basically what what you think you'll enjoy the most.
Somebody like seems to have a moment of clarity very briefly. And she said, "Yes, I think you may be right. Forgive me. I must ask a moment of leave from all of you."
Very well.
That's fine. Just leave you here alone in this convenient room.
Shall we head over to the tavern, see if we can get
Yeah,
a snack?
Vondal's just gonna like clap his hands together and go, in that case, anyone up for a drink?
I think we earned one.
How very dwarvish of you.
And yeah, he's gonna head towards the door. And
The marshal says, as agreeable as that sounds, I have duties that I must attend to. The safety of this hall it should be my #1 priority, whilst the danger
wow,
is
there's
so.
always having a drink when all that's said and done.
That's
He smiles at you politely and just thinks you like the look he's giving you is just bloody dwarves.
Good.
And he
Oh,
leaves via this door. Lady Yenna sort of like
As they leave,
takes
can I
her
say
leave
after-
at the same time.
As they leave, can I say to them like in Elvish,
Of
good luck.
course, here we go.
Good to wish them good luck and safe travels in Elvish.
To whom?
To the marshal and
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yes, yeah. They nod and say thank you and yourselves.
Okay.
I'm gonna go have a drink.
Okay.
Because I'm
Are
a
we
dwarf.
are we gonna leave now? Is that what we're doing? Is Illiran coming
Yep.
with us? I assume he's not coming with us.
I believe
Oh,
we're
yeah.
just.
Roll
gonna
me
give
perception
them,
checks as you leave.
Yes, please. I was like, can I roll a perception check?
All right, here we go.
Oh yes!
Nice.
God.
Eh.
Oh!
Okay,
Oh,
V!
you just got. Oh,
Right.
punch Arya. Oh, V is oblivious.
He's so just.
I'm so oblivious, guys.
Okay. As you guys are walking out, everybody except V, who is literally just like walking straight out of the door,
No, Via's like so happy she's just skipping out the door. Like, la, la, la. She's the first one out. That's why she doesn't see it. Skipping is really quick.
You see that Ilaran is sort of hovering.
What, off the floor?
Off the floor.
No, he's waiting. How many of you who passed the perception check speak Elvish?
Me.
I do.
I think just me and Vondal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
In fact, we're the only two in the party that speak Elvish. So.
Okay, so the rest of you, well, you're outside. Everyone else, as you're sort of like walking out, you notice that he's like sort of sticking around. And ooh, Grim, you've left through the wrong door.
Don't go into Lady Anna's bedroom.
Simone turns to Ilaran and says, she says, "You too," and then she says a word in Elvish. I think actually, Arya, you're the only person to catch what she calls him in Elvish.
I'm so ready. My body is so ready.
It's what's the best word in English for this?
It's an elven pet name.
I know. I'm so ready.
It's gotta be.
Rob is thinking way too hard about this. Love it.
She basically says, it's like sweetheart, but it's far more it's like one who is dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's adorable.
And he's sort of like oh, I see, and he's just sort of like he walks out, and there's like a backward glance. There's a backwards glance, and he sort of like follows you, but he stops sort of like here and waits for her. And she walks up towards the desk, climbs up, moves behind it, and kneels down. Grim and Arya, and Kelariis, in fact, you hear her whisper something softly to the corpse of the woman who is lying behind the stage, or behind the desk. Roll me history checks.
Oh, here we go. Here's where I fail. Yep.
Here's where I'm great.
Nope.
Oh, Kelariis.
Kelariis is definitely not great.
Oh, thank God.
Somebody will get it.
She says something in Undercommon.
Undercommon.
It's the
Ooh.
Underdark language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Well, I just
From
assumed,
the
like,
tone of the way she says it, it sounded like it doesn't sound like she's like saying anything bad or anything. She just she says something softly to this person and performs an action that you can't see behind the desk.
well, I just assume that it's because, well, they have obviously met before, and
Well, she called her sister, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause
Yeah.
it sounded like she was an adopted member of that family.
Yeah.
so I'm just going to assume that she still kind of cared for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she stands up and walks back down. At which point she meets up. She basically, like, you guys are just getting out of the room as this finishes, and she like takes Ilaran's hand and sort of like leads him out with you guys. At which point you guys are presented once again with.
Hey.
Ah.
Yay.
To the tavern.
And yeah, once again it's getting towards evening. It's been a long day, and
When we get into the tavern, I would like to present the scrolls to the party.
as you're walking down the hill, there is a brief pause as you pass the barracks, where Ilaran sort of like he turns to go to the barracks, still sort of half holding hands with Simone, and like he turns, but she doesn't come with him. So there's sort of like there's a stop as they like can't keep holding hands and go different directions. And he's sort of like, "Are you not coming?" And she sort of says, she turns to him and says, "I don't think so. I'm not sure that I'm welcome there. At least, not yet. After everything that's happened." He thinks to himself and he nods. He turns to you guys and says, "My companions, I must ask a favor of you."
Yes.
He looks embarrassed for a little while, and he says, "Would you look after Simone this evening?"
I mean, we technically paid for a room with 6 beds. It's only 5 of us.
Of course, she's welcome to come.
He thanks you and turns to Simone and says, "These people are good people. They will take care of you, I'm sure." At which point, Arya, he gives you a sidelong glance. Roll me insight.
I better roll nice on this one. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm pissed!
You look at him blankly, just like, what do you want? At which point he gestures with his head and sort of like, move.
Move? Oh, move! Alright, guys. We're going to the tavern!
Damn it.
Alright.
We'll meet up with you at the tavern. Finger guns out. Kidding.
Fucking hell.
God damn it.
You're
The two of them turn bright red.
Oh my god.
I didn't actually do finger guns. Just for reference. I just said, okay, we'll meet you at the tavern. And then just
It was still pretty
usher,
awkward.
usher them away.
Boy.
I was just gonna say, "Aw, those cheeks turning red, are ya?"
God, no.
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 Arya's like super defensive right now.
That sounds like the kind of no that means you are.
V, roll me insight to see if you're making the same deductions that everyone else in the party is making, seeing as you're
Oh, no.
naive.
Probably not because I roll like shit. JK.
Oh.
It was actually okay.
You're sort of like, why are we? Oh. And then you realise.
Oh.
The tiny O. Goddamn.
And with that, you arrive back at the tavern.
Wait, I want to roll perception.
Okay. I will let you sneak a peek over your shoulder as you leave them away.
Yes.
As Vondal is mocking you for blushing.
Do I roll? Okay. Oh, that's not very good. Sad.
With your backwards glance, you see them basically standing, facing each other, whispering to each other, holding hands.
I'm pouting.
No smooches for you.
Oh, I want smooches.
Oh, holy shit.
Goddamn.
And with that, you arrive back at the tavern.
Ah.
You snooze, you lose.
It's not my fault the dice rolled shitty.
I would immediately like to order 2 pints of cider again.
Right.
2 pints, not 4 this time.
Presumably you guys are now going to pay for your room, knowing that you're going to sleep here tonight.
We might as well. I'll
Yeah.
I pay.
I'll buy a round of drinks for everyone.
Okay.
Oh, an extra pint. Excellent.
1 gold per party member.
Apple juice.
That would be
Like an apple
eight
juice
for the room.
party.
Who's paying for
Apple
the
juice.
room?
I don't know.
I'm paying for the room and just giving around.
Okay.
Okay,
Drinks.
you're paying for the room.
Yep. So that's 8
Oh.
gold, like 1 gold for each drink, and
Yep.
then 3 for the room.
That's 8 gold.
Yeah, you guys celebrate a day's work well done.
Well, it's
And
not well done because I didn't get to see my OTP kiss. Cries.
It's okay. This is what fan fiction is for.
As we sit down, I would like to present the scrolls, and specifically, I want to draw attention to the one I did identify.
Can I look at it?
Like,
yep,
I
you
found-
get these scrolls out and put them on the table in the tavern.
Like the drow had these scrolls on her. I figured out the 3 of them, but I can't figure out what this last one is.
Can I also?
V, your examination of this scroll. This is a magic you've never seen before. It's just by feeling the parchment it's written on, you know it's a very, very potent spell, far beyond your current ability to cast. You feel like if you were to try and cast it, there's there would be risks involved if you tried to cast it. Like if you were to misspeak a word or something because you're not familiar with it, it could be potentially dangerous. You'd have to spend more time researching it to find out exactly what it does, but you know it's a very, very ancient spell with very powerful effects.
Oh dear.
Bum, bum, bum.
But yes, I will put into chat what the other spells are so that everyone can see them. Of the spells, Helena, you can cast. You know that you can cast all of these spells.
Woo!
And Jayla, you know that you are capable of casting Hold Person. So you can distribute those as you see fit in terms of usefulness.
Uh,
I guess it depends what they do.
so Kelariis could use Hold Person.
Kelariis
Yeah.
can use Hold Person, yes. You can look them up. If you go to in the top bar, there's the compendium,
Okay.
the thing that looks like an information symbol. If you type in the spell name, you should be able to find it. So, for example, Color Spray. Is it American Color Spray or US
Yep,
Color Spray?
Colour spray.
American.
Or you-
It's American color spray,
Oh yeah, American.
aka misspelt color spray.
Listen,
Wow.
I can't deal with your fucking U's everywhere.
Just put the U in.
No, you put the U in.
I
Oh, wait,
enjoy having it
tell you
to
what,
the
I'll put-
spelling.
I'll-
Makes
you know
means I
what?
make less mistakes.
I do put the U in. Thank you very much. Now I'll accept color as I'll accept your spelling of color as soon as you stop saying aluminum.
How about you start saying aluminum and stop
No, because
saying.
I'll say it correctly. Aluminium.
Oh my god.
Guys,
Anyway.
what is?
Like, for real.
Your characters don't know about the existence of aluminium, so this is a redundant argument. But yes, you should be able to find them in the SRD for what they actually do. Ray of Sickness is basically a poison damage spell. Hold Person holds person.
person.
Yeah.
And Color Spray
Pretty self-explanatory.
blinds creatures in a 15-foot cone in a similar way to that sleep works.
Mm.
As for the unknown spell, you don't quite know what it does yet, but with enough time and protracted study, you feel like you'd be able to work it out, V.
Woo!
You get to do your homework.
Yes.
Oh my.
I would say we
See?
give
On your homework
Kelariis
yet?
Hold Person just so she has some. Well,
Yeah,
Just-
it's the one she
You
can use.
some
You just want to give it to your senpai.
I mean, Grim is the one holding them. He does get to choose how they go to.
Yeah, I am in a weird mood right now. I apologize.
It's all good. I'm in a pouty
Sure.
mood because Rob is making me wait.
Get over it.
yeah, I'll give Hold Person to Kelariis and the other 3 to to Vi. V.
Vivi Vova.
Wow.
As you guys are finishing your first round of drinks, Simone walks into the tavern.
Wow, that took a long time.
Wow.
Do you say that?
No, I don't say that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
gesture so she knows where we are. Like little wave when she comes in.
She seems lost in thought as she first enters, and then she sort of sees you and is sort of like waves at you and comes and sits down.
You wouldn't want a drink, would you?
She giggles to herself and says, "I think after the events that have transpired these last few days, I think that would be more than welcome."
I'll go. Okay, I'm gonna buy her a drink. I might as well grab myself another one while I'm there.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, I'm a dwarf. I drink. It's what I do.
I know.
Wine
It's mainly
red,
that I
if you don't
want to
mind.
have-
Yeah.
Wine red, if you don't mind.
Excellent. That's what I do.
Okay. Yeah, fork over 2 gold for your drinks.
I just did. It's mainly because I don't want to spend 1 gold and be on 127 gold because that'd
Yeah.
annoy me. Like even numbers.
That's fine.
But that's metagaming, so I'm just gonna say I'm a dwarf. I drink.
Mhm.
So I'm getting more cider while I'm there.
I mean, it makes sense in character. So.
It does.
Yeah. Yes, Simone. She like puts her lips to the glass and drinks. And she like at first she takes a sip and then she sort of like she sits there and you see her for the first time in the longest time relax. She just sort of like she sits back and she's like,
Wine makes everything better.
It does. She like muses to herself for a second and she says, I almost thought I might never drink again.
Oh, that would be sad.
Then
That is not a world
she
that is not
put
a world I would like to live in and just take a big swig.
she smiles and says, "I second that," and lifts the glass to her lips again, and this time drinks basically half the glass in a single go.
God. Calm down, girl.
Well,
Look, she's just been accused of a death sentence, been confessed to, and had basically like
Wait,
someone from her
no!
past try to kill her.
No! Sorry, you can't just skirt over that detail.
Yes, he can, and he just did.
I missed the confession? Oh,
Yep.
I'm so sad.
What did you think was going to happen?
Luka is now very angry.
I'm so angry that I didn't get to see it. Ah!
Such rage.
The thing is, next time we have like a ship happening, she's just gonna stealth after him like 24/7.
I should have done so. I should have just stealthed after them, but it was so out of character with Arya. God damn it.
Yeah.
In fact, actually,
Oh well.
Meanwhile, has no idea what's going on.
as she's sort of drinking her drink, she you guys like sort of lapse back into conversation. And she turns to you, Arya, and she says, "You know, Ilaran speaks very highly of you."
I could say the same about him to you. When we first met him, he talked about you a lot. It's all very flattering. I'm glad that we got a chance to meet you properly.
She giggles girlishly and pushes her hair back behind her ear.
Oh my god, I can't even right now.
Vondal's gonna make the excellent remark of, "It's always great to get to know someone over a nice drink." He's gonna take another big swig.
Oh my god, Vondal, please.
Please stop ruining the moment.
Four-sided, so I'm ruining your moment. Get it.
Ah!
I'm gonna like copy Vondal and take like a big swig of my apple juice.
Yeah.
that's cute.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Apple juice first.
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah, and
Oh my god!
Oh, wow. Okay.
you overestimate a little bit too much, and it squirts out of your nose.
Oh,
Oh.
Can Arya like crack a smile at that?
Yes.
Vondal's gonna go, "God, we're seeing an unusual display of emotions from you today, Arya."
I'm just gonna glare at him. My smile's gone.
Wow.
Vondal's gonna chuckle to himself.
ruining these fucking
Well,
moments.
He's having a coughing fit.
Somebody watches you, Arya, and smirks into her drink.
Don't smirk at me. I'm smirking at you, son.
I'm about to turn to somebody and start going, seriously, we've seen like nothing but straight faces and nods from her, and now we've seen all kinds of emotion. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, she turns to you as you're saying that, and she says, "Well, I have to be honest. I've never met a dwarf of so many words before myself."
Yeah, drink does wonders for loosening lips, but I don't really care. Because he's on 4 pints at this point.
Yeah, this is about the point where you start having to make Constitution saving throws if you drink anything else.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, somebody finishes her drink and is sort of stands up and says, "Wow, I was quite ready for that." And she sort of like pats herself down and sort of says, "I wish I hadn't left in such a hurry. I didn't even think to bring my purse."
I'll pull out another coin and I like hand it to her. Like, go get yourself another drink. It's you probably you really deserve it.
She smiles like she's positively beaming at this point. This is like the happiest you've ever seen her.
Oh,
So
She
so glad.
thanks you and takes the coin and gets herself another drink.
Can I take the scroll and go to like our bedroom and just start studying the scroll because I'm really interested?
Yeah, sure. How long are you going to spend doing this before you think about going to sleep? Because it's like basically it's early evening at this point. Are you going to spend like the rest of the evening doing
Yeah, pretty much.
it? Give me 3 consecutive Arcana checks and I will tell you what happens.
Oh dear. Okay.
Steadily increasing.
I know.
Right,
very
I'll tell you the results of that. Like,
Everyone else
are
is
you guys in the bar basically going to talk about anything else, or what?
I would like to go up to Modi or like when she's at the bar and just be like, oh god, how do I phrase this in character?
Also, don't use information that I've given you as a player.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point Arya knows exactly what happened because I mean she doesn't have that much experience with relationships, but I think she knows.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn obvious. Can I just be like, you're very lucky to have Illiran. I think he will be a good traveling companion. Wink.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Somebody sort of says, I don't follow. What do you mean?
Oh.
And the tips of her ears say a completely different story.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, girl.
Wow.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Can I just like give her a look like, you know what I'm saying?
Considering she rolled a 2, yes you can.
Okay.
She sort of
A 2? God, this girl's supposed to be smart.
yeah. You know what the best thing is? She on her deception, she has literally she has +5 to her deception.
Wow. It's amazing.
Wow.
She's really bad at lying all of a sudden.
Oh no.
I
feel like it's in
I wonder
character,
why.
Who knows why?
But yeah, she flushes red and basically like looks away from you, but is still talking to you and says, "Well, just don't tell anyone."
Oh my god.
Ah!
Guys, do you reckon I should ruin the moment again?
Do
No.
not ruin the moment. I will punt
You
out
don't
of
have
the room.
character information that this is happening.
I know, I was about to just be like, I'm gonna go to the bar, get a drink.
I will kick you out.
You
Like,
have a
literally
drink.
kick you.
I know.
Yeah, bitch.
You literally just got one.
Good.
I'm just gonna be like, I won't tell anyone, but I'm glad that it ended the way it did.
Yes,
Glad that everyone is okay in the end.
I'm glad as well. I mean, that much should be obvious.
I'm so emotional right now. Okay, I'm gonna give her like a half smile and then just. We made the ship sail, guys. Done it.
It's all been worth it.
We
Except I didn't get to see a kiss. Give me kisses or give me death.
She turns to you, and
Mhm.
like her drink arrives, and she takes the drink, but looks into it for a second, thinks, turns to you, and just says, "Thank you," and then she hugs you.
Oh.
Whoa.
Arya doesn't quite know what to do. It's been a long time since she's been hugged. Well, I guess V did hug her, but like she wasn't really. She had just died, so it's a bit much. Can I just like awkwardly pat her on the back?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not gonna lie, that was the response I expected.
I'm just like, yeah,
No problem, dude.
no problem. Just take care of yourself and Illiran
And your future babies.
and your future babies
Wow.
that you should totally name after me, but it's fine.
Wow.
Wow.
If only Arya was drunk, then she might have said that.
Yeah, Arya doesn't get drunk. That's the reason.
God damn it.
Yeah.
What a shame.
She pulls back from the hug, picks up the drink, looks back towards the table, and says, "I think I'm going to need this by the end of the night."
Why?
She she looks up at you, and she's just sort of like, it's a little bit overwhelming.
That it is? I don't know why you need to be drunk.
Because she doesn't know how to handle all of the feelings she is having.
Oh. It's fine. Yeah. That's sort of like nod. A lot to deal with, I will say that. You've had a roller coaster for a few days.
I mean, you forget in the midst of all this falling in love shit that she was literally sentenced for death a couple of hours ago.
No, I know. I'm like, that's why I said it's been a roller coaster a couple of days.
Yeah.
Because it's like 1 second you're like sentenced to death, and she was like totally broken, and now she's like, oh my god, I have
Yeah.
a butt friend. Everything's fine. Sort of.
Maybe.
Ish.
Everything's
it's fine-ish.
better.
Everything's better.
For now.
For now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you guys go back to the table.
Well, actually, since B has been gone for a while, I'll go check up on B.
V, you hear a knock on the door.
I just go, yes?
Well,
Well, I'm a little bit like surprised because I was like fucking nose deep into these scrolls, but
You have that brief moment where you're so focused on something you forget how to speak English, and then you're just like, yes, hello.
well, I enter the room and say, what you doing over there?
just reading the scrolls you gave me.
Any-
This is really complicated.
Oh, I'm sure if anyone will figure it out, it's you.
Aww.
I just look at him with like the biggest eyes.
Everyone's having moments.
Ugh.
And then I just feel like the moment of determination, like, yeah.
I just
Aw.
give her like a small smile back, and then I'll just let you at it, and then go down again. Or
There's so many
go.
emotions happening right
Yeah.
now. I don't know how to handle this, guys.
Should I make more emotions?
V, you are filled with determination.
Oh,
wow.
no.
Oh, there it is.
Alright then.
There's
Fucking
the
Undertale.
reference. God damn it. Vondal's gonna come to a sudden, slightly drunk realization, and he's gonna say, I've just realized I don't know a lot of you quite as well as perhaps I should. What is it? And he's gonna specifically look at Clara since Grim has gone to talk to V and be like, What is it you were doing before you arrived in Hatcher's Cross?
Kelariis has a brief moment where she kind of doesn't exactly panic, but like is like, oh shit, before regaining her composure and just kind of it's like, I was traveling, searching for. I went to Hatcher's Cross to find somebody who would help me go through the forest, as you all know very well now.
Yeah, but before that, potentially slightly forgetting that other races don't live quite as long as dwarves do, and thinking that there's like still like decades worth of stuff that she's done.
Oh god, I'm trying to think how she'd answer this. I lived in a place away from home for some people that I was close to, and I helped them and helped keep them safe, you could say. But I haven't been home in a very long time either, so.
Do you know what those people have been up to?
I can't say that I do. And I think this is probably the first time that Kelariis has thought about all the people that she hasn't seen and how she doesn't know what's happened to any of them.
Yeah.
Vondal is now going to give some advice that he should probably heed and say, potentially writing back to them is a good call.
I'm assuming I still have at least some of my drink left by this point.
Yes.
Maybe just a little bit. I kind of look down and say, some of them might not think the best if I do, but I don't elaborate any more than that.
Very well. He's going to nod in the oh so classic way of our party.
The classic
nod.
The accepting nod.
Why does that become a thing in our party, guys?
Everyone in our party nods.
We
Not
never
V.
try.
But
We
not
just
V.
nod.
Not V. V actually responds with words most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Too many words.
In that situation, we would just go, oh, okay.
I feel like V would question that if she were here.
Yeah,
okay.
I should too.
Probably actually.
Okay.
Rolling dice.
A roll.
Why is
I'm
it
rolling dice,
nothing?
yes.
Always make me nervous when you roll dice.
That's partly why I do it.
Well,
It
Yeah,
just
now-
doesn't freak us out. It like means nothing most of the time. He just does it to scare us.
Yeah, guys, more emotions.
Sometimes I just roll for really mundane things.
Ugh.
Fair enough.
Like
What's the
whether
weather gonna be
like how
like?
petty you're feeling.
Is there a lull in the conversation while you're doing this?
Well, Donald probably just take a slightly longer than normal swig of his drink after that.
I'm still. Kelariis is still looking down because
Arya is like, thank God they
Reasons.
didn't ask me anything like that.
I didn't know you were back at the table.
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah,
to Somalia,
they came back a
sitting
couple of
there.
minutes ago. Just
Oh,
as Grim
okay.
was leaving.
The Vondal already has like snippets of Arya
Does
from
he?
the reaction with what was it, Mela.
Yeah, you have your suspicions.
And also, I talked to you in Hatcher's Cross, where you want to fight the griffin you have a personal grudge against. So Vondal's probably going, hang on a minute. Creature with personal grudge and potential for lost loved ones. He probably sees.
Yeah, you have suspicions. Yeah,
Whereas
basically,
Kelariis and Grim, he really knows nothing.
as this lull in the conversation occurs, and Grim, you're sort of like returning back to the bar. You've started to notice that actually, like, there's some people sort of like coming into the bar, getting drinks. Not many people. It's like a handful of people. But basically, like a group of people come through the door, and basically there's a clamour of noise as these people come in through the door and order drinks and go back down to the table. And as the noise sort of dies back down again, you notice that Simone is basically humming under her breath.
Okay.
What is she?
Man, she is doing good right now.
Is it like a tune or?
Yeah, she's roll me a history check, and if you speak Elvish, you can have advantage.
Wait, do I hear it as well, or am I
Thank
still on
God
the
I
way
have an
down?
advantage.
Oh,
Jesus.
same.
Grim, yeah, you're probably coming over at the same
Oh,
point.
for
So
fuck's sake.
Oh, Kelariis.
Advantage. Oh, wow, I love how we've got 14, 16, 18.
I know.
That's beautiful.
And then 8.
Yeah. 14, 16, 18,
I don't even
2.
have advantage, I rolled a
You
2.
don't have advantage.
Yeah,
I think
14,
it's
16, 18, 2.
2.
2.
right, Arya, Vondal, and Grim. You recognize the tune that she is humming. And it is basically a nursery rhyme. And it's the nursery rhyme that basically a lot of elven parents teach their children. And it's she's just humming the melody, but you know that the song, the nursery rhyme, is it's basically the story of how Sahanin and Karellan first meet, and it's like it paints Karellan as this great hero, and he's questing all across the land and slaying monsters and beasts and things, and then he stumbles across Sahanin, who is like as pale as starlight and the most beautiful thing that he's ever seen, and his warrior heart is stilled, and he's struck by Sahanin, and they dance across the plains, and there's an Aladdin moment where like Karellan is like, I can show you the world and shit like that, and he basically takes Sahanin across this journey across the stars, and they literally take the plains themselves as their boat as they travel across the stars and tell the story, and it's the story of how they fall in love, basically.
Oh my god. That was a lot. I was not
Okay,
expecting that.
I'm a character, holy shit.
I know. Oh my
In character,
god.
don't know worth crap.
I mean, in character, I'm just kind of like, shit.
I want to roll a dice for something, but I don't know if
I'll let you in on a tip. She's a little bit tipsy.
I
Yeah.
assume she was tipsy at this point. I mean, if she's humming a song like that, I would assume that alcohol is involved.
I'm very sad. I want to like roll a dice, but I can't find my physical dice.
Oh, well, you can roll it.
Why do you want to roll a physical dice?
Cause they're cool.
Yeah, I mean that's
Rolling actual dice. Also, I never remember the command is slash, right?
yeah,
There's
slash
also,
roll.
like, you can pull up the actual.
If you want to roll it just to me, you can slash GM roll.
I don't really care.
What are you rolling for? Tell me. Tell me these things.
It's gonna be a fun thing.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Cause I feel like generating more.
Oh,
emotion.
you're just randomly deciding something based on the outcome of a dice.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
Wow.
What does that
Okay,
even
yeah,
mean?
no, nothing. It's gonna mean nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh,
Nothing special happens.
what were you rolling for?
Yeah, what were you gonna do?
Whether backstory got involved,
Oh.
Oh.
but I rolled too high.
Yeah, no, she's humming under her breath and just like occasionally whispering the words to herself.
Like, what is it, like late evening
I
by
could
now?
get out my panpipes and play along.
Oh my god.
That'd be great.
You would have to be way more drunk for that to happen. So
I mean, that could happen.
I don't know, she might be up
No.
for it.
What does
Are
it
ya?
say? More drinks?
No.
Anyone?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were referring to Simone.
No, Simone's probably like, yeah, fuck, let's go. Let's play
Yeah.
this song. Arya's like,
They're playing this song.
Vondal's gonna just speak up and go, another round, anyone?
I'll join you.
Arya's
Simone
like,
looks up and sort of like smiles and says, "Yes."
Alright, I guess I'm paying 3 gold for another round.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's gonna
Simone's
die.
just gonna get, okay, let's get her wasted so then she tells us all the juicy details.
Luka, no!
Wow.
Yes!
Luka!
Luka, no! Look, if you can figure out an in-character way to do that, go for it.
I mean, Arya's not gonna stop her.
No, you're
But she's also not going to encourage it.
No.
Exactly, you just have to hope.
You just
So
have
yeah,
to
I paid for
secretly
another
encourage-
round for
Okay.
myself, Grim, and Simone.
Whilst this is happening, V,
Mhm.
you are beginning to get a handle on how this is all coming together.
God bless.
And basically, it seems to be like the words seem to be sort of they're talking about how to move something, move people. There's talk about coordinates and knowledge of a location, and eventually you click with the detail that you're missing, because like these notes are handwritten in arcane script, so they've got like little margin notations and everything. Until you finally have a eureka moment, like you're sort of like you're starting to feel like a little bit tired because you've been doing a lot of reading and it's been a long day. But like as you're giving this scroll one last look over, you realize what it is. This is a scroll of the 7th level spell Teleport.
Holy shit!
Cool.
Damn.
It is
Wow.
currently very above your ability to cast. It would be very risky for you to try and cast it at your current level, but you could do it
Wow.
Wow.
if you were ever in danger or desperately needed to teleport. Have access to the 7th level scroll Teleport.
Holy shit.
Awesome.
Damn.
Shit.
Should I put all this stuff in my inventory or somewhere, or?
Yeah, you can do.
Well, it's probably a good
Just
idea,
scroll
otherwise
off
you'll
whatever.
Otherwise you'll forget.
I have
These are
Scroll,
like
yeah.
single cast scrolls, right?
Yes, you can only cast
Okay.
them once.
Yeah.
scroll of color spray.
Just making sure.
If she was a wizard, she could attempt to learn it, but
Alright.
But she's not.
Ooh, thing. Do I need to make any rolls now that I'm having another jump?
yes, you do. Constitution
baby.
saving throws, please.
Let's go. Yay!
Okay,
6.
Vondal, you are beginning to feel very drunk.
Oh no.
Maybe a point.
Like this doesn't usually hit you, but you get the feeling like it's been a long day. You're tired. Your defenses are down a little bit, and you sort of come back with your pint, and you start drinking it, and you're just sort of like, ooh, okay, little bit drunk.
Oh, don't do it. Don't you do it. Luka, no. Don't do
What?
it, Luka.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are. Stop
No,
it.
I'm not.
Stop it.
Happening.
Stop it, Luka. God damn it, Luka.
What is happening? I am so
What's
confused.
going on?
Can you not see this?
Oh, I messed up. Shit.
Look at the fucking tree.
Oh,
Fuck's
It's
sake.
really hard to draw. I'm just gonna say that.
yeah,
There we
Oh,
go.
right.
right, fantastic.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Excellent.
A+. A+.
I'm gonna make a roll for comedy purposes.
Oh,
Vondal takes a big swig and falls over backwards.
Oh,
Is this the part where I come down and I'm just like, I did it? Oh, well, that was on the floor.
Yes.
Oh,
Can I go
You come
pick
back
him
to
up?
Vondal tipping over backwards off his chair.
I
Can I go help him up, please?
Yeah, you pick up this dwarf, and he's very tipsy. You think he should probably go
I'm-
to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, you've had enough for a night. I'm taking it.
Hey, I'm not
You-
drunk. You're drunk.
I'm sure if that makes you happy. I will just literally pick him up.
Okay, make
Do
me
any
a
help with
strength
that?
check.
Can I pose it?
What?
I don't oppose
No,
it,
you're not in the condition to.
Ah.
Okay. Kill me now, please.
Nice.
Oh. I see you got.
You don't
have
even
this.
break a sweat as you pick him up.
Grim
God
feels
damn
so-
it, you're the. They're
Yeah.
all. I'm not fine. I'm fine.
I just, to him and.
Yeah, Grim sort of like buries his attention into his pint and tries not to look at this
Aw.
display.
He's
Wow.
jealous. Dragon senpai.
Oh.
I'll be right back, and I just take him upstairs and.
Well, we done 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
I hope he's not making
Okay.
too much of a scene as I drag him upstairs.
I shout that last line.
Oh God.
The bar lady sort of like shoots you a look that says, "I was wondering when that was going to happen."
I just, the apologetic, like, eh.
Well, usually he handles it better.
Let's just say that's probably how the pub fights that Cora mentioned happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty much how that happened.
God damn it.
Luka's still going with the tree
I
carving.
know.
I just noticed there's a heart.
Oh my god, Luka!
Oh,
Okay,
Arya,
that's what
Simone leans over and whispers to you something to you in Elvish.
What?
I was not expecting that. Oh my god.
You laugh into your drink.
Yeah. I actually laugh because that's generally fun. Genuine.
Wow! Fucking Kev!
The,
No.
the two of you giggle into your drinks as Kelariis walks away.
What?
You don't need to do that yet, I can just delete it.
At which point, basically, Simone finishes her drink and says, "I should probably retire too.
I can't delete it now. Oh, there we go.
I haven't slept in a proper bed for quite some time. I would appreciate the chance to get a good rest."
You're not getting a good rest. There's a drunken dwarf in that room.
Oh god.
Oh God, that's right.
Hopefully you'll pass out soon enough.
I mean, like, yeah, you'll go out pretty spark.
Probably.
Can I talk to Grim about how I know what the
Yep.
scroll does?
Everybody who is still at the table, you can talk to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's me and Kelariis gone then.
I mean, I'm going back down as soon as I get you into the damn bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you
What,
probably
so a
walk in
drunken
halfway
dwarf-
through this conversation. So.
What, so a drunken dwarf can stagger down the stairs again?
You're
Or like a
probably
roll
right.
down the stairs.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
was gonna say.
You're not going anywhere.
No, you're unconscious.
Oh, okay. Blech.
It's like Kelariis puts you down on the bunk, and you're sort of like, I'm not gonna do. Maybe I'll just lie here for a little bit, and then you're gone.
Oh my God.
Yep. And in the morning,
Yeah.
you won't be hungover.
You guys can have your conversation, by the way, and Kelariis, you'll arrive halfway through it.
Cool.
So yeah, I sort of explain how it's a teleport spell and it's really powerful, and I shouldn't be casting it for a long time until I get better.
That's great. Well, unfortunately, we can't use it safely yet, but oh, hey, if we ever are desperate,
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I could try, but it might not be the best idea.
yeah, well, hey, if we're desperate enough, anything is a good idea.
I probably walk back in on that statement.
Yeah.
Lars is just like,
What are we talking about?
Well, I just take another sip of my drink.
So how many have you had?
I'm
What
up
have
to
I-
number 3.
Give me a con check.
Oh boy.
Calm.
He's got better con than me, though, I think.
Mm,
Oh,
you're-
No.
You're feeling the effect of it. So you're not like totally drunk, but you're starting to you've got the happy mellow feeling, and you're feeling like you're about ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And as a note to all of you, you all feel pretty tired after what you've been through today.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're probably
Yeah.
all tired.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of stand up and say I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I pick up all my stuff and I follow.
Yeah.
You guys all
There's an
turn
unconscious
in.
dwarf in one of the beds.
So
He's
so
probably
Kelariis
snoring
came back down
really
for nothing.
loudly.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Of course.
Definitely.
Well,
She got the conversation about the scroll thing, so.
Yeah, the conversation
I got one
the
line.
conversation probably didn't end quite as abruptly as it did there.
Yeah. We probably like explained what we were talking about, blah blah.
But yeah, Vondal probably definitely snores if he's had a lot of alcohol.
Oh boy.
So yeah, he's probably snoring very loudly.
I'll just turn him a
I
bit.
think we're all tired enough.
Yeah,
to-
you're
It's
all
probably
tired
because
enough
you
to
got-
not really be bothered by that.
It's probably because you dumped him on his back. So I
Yeah.
think people tend to snore more when they're on their back. So eventually he'll roll over in his sleep and it'll stop. But until then,
I mean, you can roll him over. He's completely unconscious.
too.
Just like
If anybody's really
really want me
annoying,
to-
I guess I could, but
I'm personally liking the idea that, of course, he's still in full armor.
Yeah,
Full
you are.
armor on-
you
on
are
a bed
still-
rather than in it,
Yeah, you are still dressed. So
and on it rather than in it.
right. So the night passes without incident. You guys may restore anything that you've expended, and you are now level 4. Congratulations.
Yay!
yay.
I have more spells. I have more
Right.
spell
And
slots.
sees everything now.
Yeah, V, you wake up with a new outlook on the world.
I
Like,
wake up with a headache.
yeah, you've realized that you've been going along your whole life, and you've been so focused on the thing that has your attention that you don't appreciate everything else that's going on around you, like a blossoming romance.
Wow.
I'm a dwarf
And-
getting drunk.
You've decided to be more observant from now on.
Oh, I love how you've made a story reason for, like, what is actually just a stat change.
What kind of a DM would I be if I didn't do that?
That's an excellent point.
Fair point.
Right. As you guys awake, you prepare to head downstairs, as you would do any other morning. Somebody sort of is awake at the same sort of time as you guys. And she looks a little bit rougher than you've seen her previously, but you've seen her pretty much at rock bottom, so it's
I
not
was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's
like
because
she
she's
she
hungover.
looks worse for wear, but she's still got a smile on her face. So
Possibly because she's hungover. Or is she hungover? She was tipsy. does that
yeah,
count?
she's not massively hungover, but she's sort of like,
Well,
you know, when you haven't been drinking for a really long time and then you go out and have a drink and it's just sort of like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay, I went drinking last night.
There's alcohol in my system.
Yes, it's that
Meanwhile-
effect.
Meanwhile, Vondal does what he did after the wedding. Has a slight headache,
Yeah.
shakes his head, he's fine.
Yeah, you go outside and sort of like start doing your exercises, and sort of like the cold morning air is enough to sort of like wake you up and shake it off. And yeah, and Silverbrook seems to be raising up as usual. People are waking up, going to work, going to their various businesses, and everything seems to sort of be returning to normal, except in the distance there's a sound. Everybody, roll me perception checks.
My beastly perception. Actually, this isn't past perception, so.
My slightly better perception.
Your beastly perception allows you to hear it. I'm trying to get you to identify it with an active
Lyra
check.
critically failed. Oh, Lyra, why?
No. Critically failed on a +5.
That's like the first time Lyra has
Yeah.
failed.
No.
It's okay, guys. I got 14 +3.
Well, I need to.
I got 8+4. Cries.
Oh right, I forgot that Money was still with us.
Yes. Lyra sort of like perks up her ears and cocks her head and looks at you curiously, Arya, and you're just like, "What's up, girl?" But she doesn't seem to communicate anything to you, so you're just sort of like, "Okay."
All right.
V, you can hear in the distance what, like it sounds like a repeating sort of like repeating sound over and over again.
A horse or something?
No, it's bassier than that. Somebody sort of like perks up as well and says, "Sounds like a horn." Vondal, it almost certainly sounds like a horn. In fact, it sounds like some sort of war horn or alert horn.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, when she says sounds like some sort of horn, Vondal's gonna go. War horn?
Somebody turns to you and says, "Or hunt horn." At which point she basically moves into action and legs it very quickly out of the tavern.
I'm going to follow her as quickly
Yep.
as I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yep.
follow her too.
Follow.
Chase after.
Everyone's screaming out.
Yep.
It's because
Go,
someone
go.
spotted the tree and they don't like it.
And as everybody runs outside, like you notice that people out in the streets are sort of paying attention to this as well. Those of you who make it outside first, Simone and Vondal, make me more perception checks. Okay.
Oh nice.
Oh shit.
That's
Ah.
funny.
Oh,
Wow.
Well,
I've one-upped you, Simone. With worse perception. How in your face.
In the distance, you can see two runners running towards the town. One of whom appears to be limping, and one of whom is blowing a horn repeatedly over and over again. Both of them are in Wild Hunt garb.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
This is bad.
They are heading towards the main gate. What do you do?
Wait, they're
Uh,
outside of the town or village or settlement.
They are
Yeah,
they're,
Yeah, I don't
they're outside coming towards.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you haven't seen this yet. So
Vondal is now business face on, and he's just gonna stride, like as long strides as his little legs can take him
Okay.
down to the gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
as you guys head off, you hear the sound of rapidly advancing footsteps behind you, where
Is it?
you are joined by two people.
But who are these two people?
And no, in fact, you are joined by three people.
But
Oh.
who are these
Aw.
three people?
These three people are. One of them is Marshal Yevron Tallis, who runs out, and he seems to half be like he's sort of slinging on his armor, and as he's running, and he's sort of like got his short sword held in one hand. The other is one Sergeant Silmus, who is running behind the ever-long stride of everybody's favourite Cyanidal.
Yay! And I love how you made us fucking wait for that too. You were like, I can't give it.
Yep.
Make him wait for it. Boom.
Boom.
As soon as Simone and Ilran notice that each other is there, they both turn to each other and, very businesslike in Elvish, hold a very brief, very staccato conversation. Which goes a lot, basically, for those of you who speak Elvish, along the lines of, that's a hunt horn. Yes. Patrol? Possibly. Who's on patrol? At which point, Ilaran sort of shrugs, turns to Silmis. Silmis sort of like pauses for a second, is confused to sort of be being addressed by Simone, but sort of like falls into the habit of rank. To which he responds.
I like to keep this to close encounters.
Well, he's speaking Elvish, so the accent is less.
Ah.
It is less distinct. But he basically says, it's the Dawn Patrol, so it should be the recruits as usual.
Can I like say in Elvish all of them?
No, not all of them. It's a dumb question.
Vondal's tired. He's just woken up and there's a horn blaring in his ears.
Yeah, Silmus does a double take and says, no, not all of them, but most of them.
Well, there's only 2.
Can I run towards the actual recruits, and especially the one who's limping, and ask if they're okay?
You haven't seen that they're coming yet.
Ah, damn it. I felt at this point we would have
Vondal's
seen
gonna
them
point that
coming,
out.
but...
Just go. Well, there's only 2 of them now.
Yeah. On that note, the rest of them start moving down the hill. Roll me perception checks, all of you.
Fuck me!
Wow, you are doing awfully.
I love how
okay,
you're
guys.
like, oh
I
yeah,
got it.
me and my awesome perception, and now it's like
Yeah.
you're rolling so.
Shut up, your wolf roll of 2.
Wow. What do
Uh,
you mean, Alira?
So did you.
God.
Okay, guys, I
Arya,
got this.
Kelariis, Vondal,
true.
you notice that basically as they're talking about the recruits and it's mentioned that there are only 2 advancing. Silmus's face goes very serious. The Marshal's face immediately looks very concerned. And Simone's face immediately turns worried. She's it's genuine concern in her face, which gets the reaction out of Ilaran where he looks like somebody's just kicked a puppy.
Oh no.
And yeah, you guys basically begin to run very quickly down the hill towards the 2 forms that are coming in through the main gate. The guards do not even bother to stop them at the gate, they allow them straight through, and even actually go to support the one who is limping. As they come through the gate, the person blowing the horn is somebody that you recognize.
Eh?
What?
One Mela Leone.
Wait.
Oh.
Why is she blowing the horn? Isn't she a
She's a
recruit?
recruit. Yeah, they were recruits on the patrol.
Yep.
Oh right.
Yeah.
And the recruit who is limping and is now being aided by the guards is one Taylor Endon.
Okay, good. I'm glad
That's
she's
He's
still
thinking
also
damn
met.
it. What did they get themselves into?
We're about to find out,
Obviously.
hopefully.
Oh no, were they? Keep going. Sorry.
Go Ferrous.
Merla seems incredibly startled by the fact that Simone is the first person to make it down the hill.
Awkward.
She doesn't seem best pleased by that, but basically, like, as soon as she sees Silmus behind them and the Marshal, basically in fluid Elvish, she turns to them and says, again, like a very, very, very quick, sharp sentences. We were attacked. The patrol was attacked. At which point, the Marshal turns and says, well, no, sorry, not the Marshal. Silmus sort of says, where? Who? To which he responds by, not sure. But it was just animals. They just came out of nowhere.
What? Okay.
Are you questioning that?
No, it's just off character. That seems
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah. Well, she says, they just they came out of nowhere. They attacked us. They just we we heard a noise and we went to investigate, and they were just on a complete rampage, and they're headed straight this way.
Oh.
What, common woodland animals or monstrosities? I'm saying this in elf.
Yeah, she turns to you and sort of like she doesn't so much recognize your status, but she answers your question to the people she recognizes as ranking officers and says,
Yeah.
yes, just ordinary woodland creatures. And there was a fey spirit with them.
What?
Why would a face spirit be with them?
I wish I could understand this language.
I wish you could as well.
Vondal relays this to the rest of the party because this is important.
Yeah, the conversation like continues for a little bit, but it just sort of seems to be like, what happened? Where are the others? How many are there, etc. Which will get answered in a minute. But yeah, have your conversation.
So he's going to say, so apparently woodland creatures just attacked the Dawn Patrol, led by a face spirit.
I just go, a face spirit? Do you mean like me? Or like my mother? Or like a tiny sprite?
I mean, that's all she said. That's all she said, just a face spirit. And I'm going to relay that question to...
Okay, yeah. As they finish up their sort of like quick fire report questioning, you basically establish that Mela and Taylor basically got they were at the head of the patrol as they were designated patrol leaders, and they basically got together to communicate to find out what was going on, and they were basically separated from the rest of the patrol by this stampede of creatures. They split off from the others and headed straight back towards the town, basically because that's what they're ordered to do if they get attacked. So they don't currently know the status of the other 4 recruits that are in the patrol. And basically the as for numbers, they're not quite sure, hard to determine. But she noted seeing amongst their ranks there were boars and what looked like a dire wolf. And when you ask her what sort of fey spirit, she says, I'm not sure. It looked like a dryad, but it looked different.
I'm going to relay that to V.
Oh, jeez.
A dire wolf.
A dire wolf, yes.
A dire wolf.
Dire wolf.
Dire wolf.
You know what? Shut up. A dire wolf.
Thank you.
Yes, a dire wolf, which is basically a giant wolf.
Yeah,
Like
Big wolf.
I know what a dire wolf
Yeah.
is. Wolf.
Wolf. It's not hard.
like Lyra's pretty big. A dire wolf is like twice as big.
Right, yeah, I know.
Dire wolf is like 2 people big.
Yeah,
I
dire
sort of
wolf
look
is
at the party and I go,
fucking-
I have to find out what's going on.
And you're not going alone.
Well, duh. I think that's pretty much.
At this point, Ilaran turns to you guys and says, no, it would be far too dangerous for anyone to go alone. If they're really headed towards the town, we need to do something.
Yeah,
No.
if they're headed here. You should probably like
We need a defense.
Create a
rally
choke point if they're so numerous.
Do we really have to kill them?
That is a good question.
Is there,
You-
is there anything else we can do?
Ilaran basically starts doing a quick head count of how many of you guys there are. And then he turns to Silmus and says, Silmus, how many are left in the how many are back at the chapter house? and Somers does sort of like some quick maths, and he says, 10, maybe 12 of us, including myself and the marshal, 14. And Eleran says, this is less than I would like. Organize the defenses of the town with what we have. I will take these 5, and we will we'll go out into the forest and see what we can discover. At which point Simone is sort of like, I'm coming with you. And there seems to be no argument.
Illoran
Good.
knows. He knows what his lady is capable of.
Iloran was hoping for this.
Battle couples.
Battle couple!
My
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Let's go, boys and
It'd
girls.
be a shame if one of them were to
That's
die.
You know
Fuck
what?
off.
Fuck you,
You know
Ferrous.
what? Fuck you.
Yes, I've been messing with this ship for the last few minutes, but that's too far. Fuck you.
Right.
Let's move.
Right. You move out.
Go Power Rangers.
Wow.
Only 3 of them are Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
Only 3.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
Because you're
That-
Rangers.
I mean, there are the occasional like,
Oh, that
there are
was
the
a
occasional like 3 Power Ranger series. It's fine. It's just not Mighty Morphin, so I have to change the theme. Oh,
Well, one of you is green, one of you is blue, and one of you is black. So
I mean that
Yeah.
works. So yeah, go Power Rangers.
yeah.
Was there a black Power Ranger?
There's been
It's
several
blue,
Black
yeah.
Rangers.
No,
Yeah.
but I meant like color-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
there's been lots of Black
Yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure there was one in Mighty Morphin as well.
I don't know any.
Maybe.
I know there was definitely one in Dino Thunder because that's one I watched.
Keep your forest exploration music.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Back to the forest we go.
Yeah.
To
I'm
maybe
gonna.
find some things.
Yeah, let's stick you guys back in the forest. Good old forest.
This
I
exact
have
same bit of forest.
That we always end up
I
again.
know.
Didn't I give you like a fucking link?
You
full of
did, but I
forest
forgot to
stuff?
put stuff up.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh. Look, but we're entering the same forest, so makes sense.
I guess. But
Yes.
but just because it's the same forest doesn't mean everywhere looks the
No.
same.
And it is very different to what you've been part of before. Basically, that you head off in the last known destination of the patrols, and with 3 rangers, the going is very quick, and you sort of the 3 rangers naturally spread out to cover the maximum area. And I believe. Yes, okay. Ilaran happens to be very good at tracking beasts.
Don't I have beast tracking too? Maybe not.
He specifically has favored enemy beasts,
Oh, okay.
so his tracking is even better than yours,
Wow.
at least when it comes to
Right.
beasts. You don't want to know what Simone's favored enemy is.
Oh dear.
Drow.
I don't think it's the drow.
I think it's probably worse than that.
No, it is much worse than that.
Elves.
Oh dear.
Wow.
God.
That'd be dark as shit.
That would be dark.
That would.
I can neither confirm nor deny whether it is
Oh,
elves.
no! it is!
Wow.
Oh my god.
I mean, Drow are technically elves,
Yeah, but they're different.
but they're elves.
They're not-
Yeah.
Racist.
Anyway,
I mean, Arya's really racist against drow, so yeah.
Yeah. you guys head out into the forest, and Ilaran seems to sort of as you're approaching, he doesn't find any beast tracks, but he does see the signs of where quite clearly that some animals have like dispersed from the area, and as you're traveling, you know that you're not hearing any sort of any bird song, and like occasionally in the distance you hear like howls and yips and like almost like the low barking grunt that you hear from boars. And there's quite clearly something out there causing havoc. Illiran basically like holds up his hand and stops all of you, and says, if we want to approach this carefully, we should do our best to conceal ourselves.
I agree.
He looks at the heavily armored members of your party and says, it's going to be very difficult to get you guys to avoid these creatures. These creatures are predatory. Their sense of hearing and sense of smell is exceptional. If you have any magical talents for disguise, now would be the time to use them.
Perhaps the rangers should go ahead and maybe see what we can see a little bit.
Could I use some of my natural oil to, like, maybe disguise more of our smells, I guess?
Yes, to a degree.
The thing is, our stealth will still be pretty horrible.
I mean, my
I
stealth
know,
is
but
minus
if we're
one.
going up to animals with, like, a good sense of smell, I don't know.
It might help to some extent.
It can hurt.
No,
Ye-
it's not.
We can always try.
With your knowledge of the forest and its creatures, you know that a lot of them do rely on sense of smell, and covering yourself in a pungent-smelling substance does impede their ability to smell you. So you believe that would help you against scent detection, yes. It might be a good idea to offer it to the rangers, because they are the ones who are better at sneaking anyway.
Okay. I have some natural oils for you. They smell of flowers
It's very V.
Flowers.
and
That's very
grass.
big. Flowers and grass.
It already smells more like
It's
nuts.
time.
Oh no, because then the squirrels will find us.
Army of squirrels comes out of the trees.
Yeah.
Roll perception for the were-squirrel.
God damn.
Wow. Does that actually exist?
Why would you ask that? No.
No
Ferrous
comment.
doesn't- Oh wow,
God damn it,
he's
I
made a
love that.
were squirrel.
Great.
If it didn't exist before, it does now.
Oh fuck.
He's gonna
Right.
make stats on the fly.
Anyway, I would like to apply some of my natural oils. to
Yes,
rangers.
you can do so. I'm not going to make you like do anything about it, but you can do that. And for you will have bonuses to stealth in terms of scent-based things if you come across them. Okay, so
Damn, I wish I'd taken invisibility as my second level spell.
rangers, roll out.
Woo. Oh. Why are my stealth rolls so shitty? Where's Illiran's?
I'm rolling it now. There we go.
Oh, Illiran. God damn.
Right, you guys stealth off into the distance. What are the rest of you doing whilst the rangers are disappearing off?
Keeping lookout.
Yep.
And
Okay.
if they go out of sight, try to follow them.
Okay. So, tell me roughly how much distance you're keeping between yourself and them.
Can I be like the person between the rangers and the? Because I'm like still fairly stealthy, I guess.
Yeah. If you want to be slightly further forward than the rest of the armored
So
dudes.
I can sort of like be the connection and be like I can still see them. They're not going anywhere.
Yep.
Okay,
That will make your reaction times to stuff happening a lot faster. Roll me stealth.
Okay. Ah.
Well,
Okay.
it's no swan dive.
Yeah, you're following along like fairly stealthily. Like you're not like doing what the rangers are doing and like literally like disappearing up through bushes and walking silently through the undergrowth. But you're taking it slowly and walking, being aware of your sight lines and surroundings and stuff. Yeah, as you do so, you guys basically come across a clearing that I'm going to draw whilst I describe it. Basically, in this... Oh yeah, how far were you guys keeping behind again?
I'll be like 30, 40 feet behind, I guess, the rangers.
Okay,
I'm probably about 30 feet behind V.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
25.
Yep, okay. As you enter this clearing, it is basically you can see that this is sort of like a how best to describe this? It's a naturally occurring sort of like space in between the trees. It's sort of like it runs. It sort of snakes long and thin between the trees, but it's basically like an absence of trees, creating like there's this bank of trees that you're hiding in, and there's a bank of trees on the other side. And basically, let me draw this. In fact, I'm just going to draw some circles to indicate where. That's really all you need to know because the rest of the terrain is significant. So that's drawing in red. One. Yeah, basically these the trees that are in the current area that you are exploring in they're all quite young trees, and they're very sort of very spotted very close together, and some of them are getting towards like medium growth, some of them are growing quite still quite fresh. And basically, as you approach the space, you can see that a large portion of the area ahead is taken over by one very, very large and very, very ancient tree. As you approach this very large and very ancient tree, roll me perception checks with advantage.
Only the rangers, or?
Just the rangers for now. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, Simone.
Damn.
Damn, Simone.
Damn, Simone,
Right.
you great.
Oh wait, that was
They
meant.
get advantage though.
That was
That was Illiran.
That was Ilaran, but yeah, it's still 20. Basically, as you approach, you notice that the tree ahead of you, the ancient tree ahead of you, is it's basically in the throes of withering. It's basically it's beginning to lose its canopy. The bark is becoming dried, and it's very it's probably in the mid stages of like beginning to die from some sort of some sort of, I don't even know what you'd call it. Some sickness. Some sickness or disease, yeah. Rest of you are not currently on this board, but I will bring you over so you can take a look. Okay. Right. I'm going to continue to draw in some trees.
A lot of trees. I'm kind of worried that you're drawing in all these individual trees. Silent.
Why?
That's
Because
it.
something could attack us?
I
That's a
mean,
big
ints
change.
are a thing,
That's true.
so I wouldn't be
Oops.
making any snarky remarks about that. Also, if they have a face spirit with them that looks like a weird dryad, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Look, that gives me more reason to talk to them.
Guys, how are you not noticing this shippy thing?
Oh no,
Fair.
I am.
What, the fact that they're standing next to each other?
Yeah. Right next to each other.
That's probably because they're about to engage each other in conversation, so don't read too much into it.
Oh,
Way to put us all down, Ferrous.
Don't read too much into it as I'm drawing a heart.
Beautiful.
Right, there we go. Just a whole bunch of individual trees. Yeah,
Yay.
they're also a little bit further back.
You just
They're
saying,
here.
"Oh." Okay, just move the heart with them. Aw.
Oh, you took
Aw.
away my heart.
But yeah,
No! God damn it, Ferris.
Wow.
Luka, it's serious business now.
serious business time. Creepy music is playing.
So, there's always time
Uh,
for romance.
In the wise words of Professor Oak, Ash, there's a time and place for everything. Yes, as you observe this thing ahead of you, you notice that there are several animals roaming around in the trees. And they seem to be wandering with purpose. I need to make stealth check. Okay. Okay. Whoops.
That one didn't get me okay.
Okay.
That's a lot of rolls.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Yes,
that.
that is a lot of rolls. There's a lot of things that need stealth checks. Amongst the things that you see are you notice 3 very fierce-looking wild boar who seem to be basically they're sniffing around and seem to be looking for things. You can also hear off in the distance there is something trampling around in the undergrowth. Off toward, like, it's beyond your line of sight behind the giant tree. And the other thing that you can see, standing by the base of the large tree that appears to be dying, is roll me a nature check. Okay. Okay.
Guys, we're so shit.
Oh
at
my
this.
god.
Okay.
Well, someone's particularly shit.
This it looks like a dryad, but it's like no dryad you've ever seen before. And it looks to be in the state that this ancient tree is. In that, like,
Oh.
you would
Oh, no.
taking a look at it, you would assume that the bark is in the process of like dying and decaying, and like it seems to almost be like flaking away in areas.
Lena.
And it's the the branches that make up where its like hair would be are bare, and they're twisted, like gnarled old branches. Even though like you've never seen like an old dryad or anything like that before exhibit features like this. It looks like it looks like it's afflicted by some sort of disease. And it's basically crouched at the base of this giant tree and seems to be whispering to it.
Well, shit.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Player knowledge, not character knowledge.
God fucking damn.
I know. I haven't even seen this tree, so.
No,
I feel
you're
like Arya,
V. You
might
notice that the rangers have stopped. Simone moves closer to Ilaran and says, "Exactly what I just voiced to you. These don't look like any dryads I've ever seen."
to me?
No, to Ilaran.
Illiran, okay.
Okay. What do you say in the next 6 seconds?
I don't know. what?
Say
what
or
am I
do
gonna
something
say?
in the next 6 seconds.
You can say to me, there's a dryad.
V, there's a. What looks
You're
like a
30 feet
dryad.
away. You'd have to say that quite loud.
Oh.
Whatever. I'm just. I just. I guess I'm ready my sword. So like.
Okay.
So, like
Not your bow.
Oh well, I guess my bow. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Honestly, sometimes I forget. I seem to think you have
Okay.
I do
forgotten you
forget
have a
about
bow.
Well,
As
Arya
you
was
s-
built to be a swordsman, so. Anyway.
As you unhook your longbow and prepare to do something about it, a howl goes up from the tree line, and from behind one of the trees that you could not see previously, a direwolf appears, and it moves out of the tree line into the center of the grove, and it appears to basically be looking straight at you guys. At which point, the dryad also perks up, stands up, turns towards you, and says, "My children, we have guests." And with that, everybody roll initiative.
Yay.
Ferrous, we can't select our tokens.
Oh.
I know you can't, because you will not get a turn until you have covered the 30 feet and arrived.
Oh,
Man, look at
but
that
us in the
shit.
back have to cover 60.
Yep, you are not arrived for 2 turns.
Oh dear.
Alright.
Look at that shit initiative right there.
Yeah, wow.
Remember, you have rerolls.
I already
was
did
a
the
reroll.
reroll.
Oh, you did the reroll, okay.
I did the reroll.
Natural 1 and then 3.
A
Okay.
6. Yeah, basically a 3.
Right. Okay. I think we will do this first round of combat, and then we will take a brief break, because we have been going for almost 2 hours, and I can feel my throat going.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
no.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Ferrous, no.
It's only going to be a brief break, it's fine. To get some
No, I
water.
meant your throat.
Oh.
I wasn't saying no, don't stop. I was saying no, your throat.
We care about you.
Ferrous, Ferrous, contrary to popular belief, we do actually like you.
Wow.
Despite the fact that you won't
Wow.
let me see smooches.
Boom. What are you just?
Smooches are earned, not given.
Wow.
I have those
Wow.
smooches! Fuck you!
You got a hug.
It's not enough.
You're so needy.
I am needy.
Stop it.
No.
Yes.
You should hear me. Anyway, this is off topic. Anyway, keep going. Helena has to deal with my
Right.
whining much more than all of you do, so
I feel sorry for you, Helena.
it's true.
No, it's
Not even
okay. I
about
love
ships.
Luka.
It's not even about ships that Helena cares about, so it's even
Oh.
worse. Oh, I guess Jayla has to deal with it too.
You just whine about any and all ships.
No, just
No,
one.
that's a
in
very
particular.
specific
Just
one.
you whine about Elrond and Simone.
Right.
Whine about fucking
Okay.
Flux parties.
Uh,
Anyway.
Oh wait, yeah,
Whine
Simone
about
and
the
Elrond
Titanic.
need-
you whine about the HMS Victory.
What?
They're ships.
Oh.
Wow.
Literal shit.
Like actual ships. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Why
That's
are
why I
y'all
said-
rolling so bad?
I don't know, because we're the worst.
Because they were caught off guard.
To be fair, I don't get to say anything because I don't think I've had a
Oh,
single
hello.
roll
Oh.
this session.
Damn.
Oh, fucking
Wow.
Elrond.
Damn.
Coming through.
Yeah,
with
fuck
the
that
nat 20.
noise.
I mean, he is the Beast Hunter.
Yeah.
That's true.
True.
Which means hopefully he'll pull a lot more weight.
I mean, if any
in
of these things are
damaging.
monstrosities,
No,
but
they
they're
are not.
probably
No.
not.
They are just
Yeah.
beasts.
Yeah, natural beasts.
Beastie beast.
Beastly
Okay.
beast.
Elrond
So
is
beastie.
going to
Beastie
take his
boy.
first turn.
Oh god.
Is everyone else just gonna ignore that?
Yep.
Oh.
No, I heard it, but I'm just groaning at it.
First things first, Elrond is going to make a nature check. Okay.
Wow, Ilran, Jesus.
Wow.
He knows his nature.
As the Dryad finishes speaking, he turns to you two, and basically, well, he turns to you, Arya, because you're the furthest away, points to the Dryad and says, "They are exhibiting some sort of control over these beasts, I can tell it."
Right. So, our goal should be that guy first. Right.
At which point he is going to cast Hunter's Mark, and he's going to mark the Dryad. Excuse me.
Oh, Rob, no. Don't die.
I am D'ing a little bit.
He's Dean.
Dean.
There we go. Hunter's Mark.
D, Ferrous D.
And he is going to take a shot with his long. That is not enough to hit. The arrow. Oh wait, no, hold on. It hasn't acted yet, so it is enough to hit. Okay,
Wait, what?
because he's a ranger, so he gets advantage on the first attack.
Oh, right. I forgot.
The arrow sails through the air and embeds itself in the brittle bark of the Dryad. It doesn't seem particularly bothered. Okay.
Which means it has a lot of health.
From this hostile action and the indications of the Dryad, the direwolf is going to rush the closest target,
Which is me.
which is you.
Wow, that's a lot of movement.
And as you see this thing barreling towards you, you also notice that another one appears from behind another tree that you couldn't see.
Should have got the sword out.
I should have got the sword out. See, you all gave me shit for getting my sword out, and now look where we are. Look where we are. I knew what I was doing.
Maybe if you'd been a bit stealthier.
You know what? Fuck you.
Jesus.
2, 3. I think he can make it there, is that right? Yes. Okay. In fact, he is going to spend his entire turn to dash and to close with Simone, but he does not get an action. The other one, however, does get to attack you, Arya. A 9 does not hit you.
No.
No. Its jaws like clamp shut, just in front of you as you step backwards. And out of the forest, you hear a squeal as the largest boar you have ever seen thunders out of the trees.
Oh my god, it's a giant boar.
It is a giant boar.
It's always a giant boar, man.
Yeah.
Always a giant boar.
Oh my god, they move so far.
To be fair, it is dashing,
No, but
and
still,
it's going to barrel towards you.
that's still a lot of movement.
The rest of the boars are going to move. Oh. Hold on, I need to check their full move. It's okay, it's only 40.
Do I get an advantage
Only
if
40.
I'm shooting from close range?
You get disadvantage for shooting at close range, yes.
Oh, disadvantage? What? That's bullshit.
It's because it's hard to aim at something that's basically point blank.
No, it's not.
It is
Yes,
with a long
It
bow.
is. Have you ever held a bow?
Oh.
It is with a bow. If you had a crossbow, maybe. And a small crossbow at that.
Yes.
With a bow, that's going to be hard. You basically have to hold the bit of the bow in its face as you draw.
Okay. In fact, that one is going to dash as well. As is this one. So it can get to... But no, it actually can get into contact with Simone, but
There's
it can't
so
do
many
anything.
monsters. Holy god.
They're not
There are a
monsters, they're
lot of
beasts.
monsters, yeah.
They're beasts.
Simone. Simone was not expecting to get attacked this close, and she does not get to use any of her advantages. But what she is going to do is she is going to use her exceptional agility to disengage as a bonus action.
Cool.
To move away, and she is going to string an arrow and fire at the boar that was charging at her.
Nice.
That's a hit. The arrow strikes the boar, and it squeals in pain. Takes damage. Arya.
Is it an action to draw my sword?
If you drop the bow, it's only a bonus action to draw your weapon. You have to drop it on the floor.
I guess I'll drop my bow.
'Kay.
This is the second time this session I've had to fucking drop something.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna swinging at the wolf in front of me, I guess.
Yep, go for it. 17, I believe, is enough to hit.
Nice.
Yes, it is. Oh, nice. You score a good solid hit in the side of this dire wolf and leave it with a savage wound, and it snarls at you.
I'm also gonna attack with Lyra.
Okay. Lyra gets pack
Yeah.
tactics, I think, so she gets
Yeah, I was gonna
advantage
say.
now.
She's
She's next to you.
Maximum damage.
Okay, yeah. She
Thanks, yeah,
tries to bite at the
Is 16 not enough?
yeah.
Oh.
I haven't finished describing what's
Oh,
happening.
sorry. It sounded like you were like, oh, she tries to snap at it, but it misses.
She starts to snap at the direwolf, but it sort of turns to face there, and like it's quite intimidating to see your tiny wolf next to this giant wolf. But she tries again, and she manages to succeed. So roll me a damage, and it needs to take a DC 11 strength saving throw, which it passes with no problem.
Damn.
But she does bite the direwolf. Okay.
I think that's the first time Lyra's bitten something and it hasn't just died.
I know.
Yeah.
The dryad calls out and says, "My sisters to aid."
Sisters.
Oh dear, there's more of them.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She moves.
Does anybody have enough fire?
I've got
Wow.
sacred fire.
Sorry.
Let's not burn down the entire forest, actually.
Yes,
Forest.
please.
We're gonna burn on the entire forest.
And another dryad appears from behind the tree.
I have sacred fire.
not going to use that because they're aware of one. The one that was fired at is basically you watch her focus some magic she has, and like the even the dry brittle bark seems to just harden. And she suddenly looks a lot more armored than she was before. I need to roll that to find out exactly.
Dryad uses harden.
No, it uses bark skin. Ugh.
I mean, it is basically hardened, but
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
It is basically harden, yeah. What does it do? Can't be less than 16 regardless of what happens.
Wow.
What doesn't kill you makes you harden.
Yeah. And the other
That is
is...
the cocoon. That is the cocoon Pokemon motto.
Yes, it is. Are you within 90 feet? I think. Yes, you are. She points a finger at you and says, "Rise, my children." And within 20 feet of you guys.
Great. All the trees turn into ends.
Nope.
Oh.
Within 20 feet. Everybody make a strength saving throw.
uh-oh.
Do that entangle.
It's entangle.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Have fun.
You know, the best part about this is, even if this fails on the rangers, they are completely unaffected by it, even by the difficult terrain, because they are immune to natural difficult terrain.
Wow.
Amazing.
So, Arya, yes, you pass the strength saving throw. Lyra does not need to make a strength saving throw because
No.
she's not in the aura.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry.
Outside the square.
Oh, that's a strength check, not a strength saving throw. Ilaran makes a strength saving throw. Anariel does not.
Oh, no!
An Ariel.
Anariel is very quickly restrained by vines that spring out of the ground.
I love how like everyone got first name basis apart from Simone.
I mean, it differs.
We sort of
sometimes.
switch with Simone.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
It's not like we'd ever call like Ilaran Mr. Cyanodel.
That'd be really weird.
That'd be very weird.
We were also introduced to Anariel as Anariel.
Anariel,
Yeah.
Probably why that stuck.
Because she's Captain Anariel. She has a ranking title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
No, no one
She
knows what
outranks
I'm calling
Vondal.
Yeah.
So yeah, she is restrained by vines. At the top of the round, V, would you please roll me initiative?
Oh, please do this properly, V. Come on.
Don't fuck it up.
Nice.
Yay!
You may
Bill.
place yourself anywhere within 20 feet of Simone.
How do I do
I
it?
will give you your token in a second. I just realised I need
How
to.
do I do that?
How do I do that?
Hey, that's not 20 feet.
No, but she has to
I-
place
I-
herself.
Yeah. Can I move like here or something?
No, you need to be touching the edge because you've just arrived this
Okay.
turn.
Here then.
You've moved the 30 feet to get into range. Yes, you can move there. Okay, it is Ilaran's turn. Oh, I
wanna
need to
take a
I need to
break or
reorder the thing. Oh yes, let's just take a brief break so I can get a drink. For that, we
Too
will be
much
right
into-
back.